Previously on The Real Movie Critics.
There is no plot. This thing has the story structure of wet cardboard. It's just random scenes sewn together like Frankenstein's holiday nightmare, which would make a very, very awesome special, in my opinion. Way better than this shit.
I'd watch it.
Art Carney delivering stuff for absolutely no fucking reason. V. Arthur running the Mos Eisley Cantina like a bartender in purgatory. Jefferson Starship, Jesus Christ, performing a music video that looks like someone dosed the editor with spice. Carrie Fisher singing like she was held hostage by the ghost of the life day future.
And you mean spice the drug, not the actual spice, right?
Spice the drug, yes. It feels like a cursed mixtape assembled by studio executives doing lines of glitter off Chewbacca's bandolier. And then, like we talked about earlier, there's the VR Grandpa Wookiee scene.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of The Real Movie Critics. Real reviews by real fans. And Scuba's not doing the titty juggle this time like he did last time he was on the show. I think he's being real. He's trying to.
Can we not
he's
do
telling
that?
that inner art. I can tell he wants to smile. I can see the cheeks. They're getting all puffy like he wants to smile like Santa Claus.
And he's using his inner art right now.
I guess so. We have Scuba back on this week. He took a week off because he had the holiday hangover from the shitty Star Wars holiday special.
I'm not talking to you.
Keep the holiday special out your mouth.
So joining me as always is the Psycho Nerd and Lord Scuba Cabra. And I did hear a little bit of Scuba's Gore and More before and after I watched this particular movie. And I've never been called a side piece before. He pretty much referred to me as a side piece, and I'm like, should I be offended?
No. I didn't call you the side piece. The guys called you the side piece because I told him I was just a guest on your podcast one episode, and somehow I got roped into fucking being on the show all the time.
I didn't rope anything. I said, hey, you want to do another movie? And you're like, okay, cool. So they're like, you're cheating on us? I said, he's a side piece.
Whatever.
So, okay. But
you fucking whore.
How dare you?
Well,
Jesus fucking Christ, he came prepared. You know, I got some pruning I need done in the backyard if you want to come over and knock that out real quick, you know. Anywho, the movie we're going to talk about today was also talked about on the Gore and More. We actually worked it out to that way he didn't have to watch it again. Although, according to Scuba, he doesn't have to have a reason to watch this movie.
Nobody does. This
I did.
Because you're weird.
We're talking about none other than Terrifier 3. And I'm going to say this is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard.
Yeah.
And Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, but that's a different argument for a different time.
You know what? Contradicted yourself on that one.
All I'm going to say is if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, that means Maniac Cop is also a Christmas movie.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that is because in the background, Bruce Campbell's walking down the fucking street and there's like Christmas trees on the light posts.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to classify Die Hard as a Christmas movie, then if so facto, Maniac Cop is also a Christmas movie.
But then again, that would also mean that Batman Returns is also a Christmas movie.
And you know what? I will agree with that.
It's funny you bring that up because I'm actually going to go watch that with Kevin at the Draft House here in a few hours as soon as we're done with this. And you know what? I'm sorry, but Die Hard for me is more of a Christmas movie than It's a Wonderful Life, which barely has any Christmas in it whatsoever. Yet it's regarded as this great holiday classic.
I've never seen it.
It's a good movie. It's just that there's barely anything having to do with Christmas. Everyone always talks about, oh, it's a great Christmas movie. It's like, really? And you want to sit there and say Die Hard is not a Christmas flick, even though there's Christmas shit throughout the film and there's even music throughout the film? Like, I don't get it. Whatever.
Well, yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers. We're not here to talk about Die Hard. We are here to talk about one of my favorite all-time holiday cheer movies, and that is Terrifier 3. Now, I have seen this movie multiple motherfucking times. I got to talk about it yesterday on the Gore and More podcast. and I was not on the full episode because I had to go to Mel's
I caught
Christmas
that
party.
yeah.
So I am excited to be able to talk about it today because, like I said, this is one of my favorite all-time Christmas horror movies ever. It is awesome. It is gory. It builds the lore of Art and Sienna even further. God damn it. Just say what you want about me. This movie makes me smile.
And it's only a year old. I mean, I actually was
Yeah.
fortunate enough to catch the premiere at Fantastic Fest last year. It was really cool to see all of them up there talking about the film afterwards. It's a lot of fun with the Q&As and whatnot. But I agree. This is a really good. I think this is my favorite of the franchise after rewatching it multiple times. I think this is the one I enjoy the most. It doesn't feel like a 2-hour flick. It feels like an hour and 40-minute movie.
Yeah,
it goes so quick.
It has so much more to it than way more than what part 1 did. And so, like I said, you get these, and I said it yesterday on the podcast. Art the Clown is not the main villain in this. Victoria is. Victoria is the Emperor. Art the Clown is Darth Vader.
Yeah, he's a pawn, essentially.
Exactly.
Which is funny when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
We've seen it. I want to hear what Chris has to say.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this.
Yeah.
It did premiere last September 19th, 2024. So it is a fairly fresh movie. Directed again by Damien Leone. Is that how you say his name, Leone?
Yep, Leone.
Or Leon, whatever. Bring it back once again, Lauren Lavera. Ooh, so hot.
And now get me started on that.
Hot. Now she's crazy hot, which makes her even hotter.
I'm going to go with gorgeous, but that's just me.
I'm just saying. I would have preferred to see her in that costume again, but yeah, I'll just watch the second one again, I guess. Elliot Fullman as her brother Jonathan, who comes back. David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown. We get Margaret Ann Florence as Aunt Jess. Bryce Johnson as Uncle Greg. And this bitch, Alexa Robertson, I was hoping something bad would have happened to her, and it did. I just wish it didn't happen to her boyfriend because he was actually kind of cool. Cameos in this movie, we brought back Chris Jericho as Burke, Clint Howard as Smokey, and Jason Patrick as Michael Shaw, the father who got the tumor and went fucking nutty.
Or did he? That's just the explanation we got. We don't know.
We don't know what's going on with him.
I just got a text from Future Scuba, and it says, if you don't mention Tom Savini, I'm going to kill you. So
Savini.
Whatever.
God damn it.
This random dude, I don't know who he is or who he thinks he is, but he's in this movie, and apparently he's a big fucking deal. So,
do you want to kill him, or can I do it?
I'll do it. I got my chainsaw on my axe ready.
I know who he is. He was
you better know who he is.
Till Dawn. Of course, I know who.
Sex Machine. Which I have the autograph picture over here, right off camera.
The only fun fact, and there was a lot of fucked up shit, but the only fun fact I could find is that the budget jumped from $250,000 to $2 million.
Ooh,
which is a big jump. That's like quadruple.
Yeah, well, considering all the special effects for all the hacking that happened during this movie, I think that's where all the money went. Because holy crap!
Which this franchise is built on Damien Leone's love for practical effects. And I appreciate that so much because he could have said, you know what, let's just CGI it. But he knows that true horror fans hate that shit.
Yep. Yes.
So he's stuck with the practical effects. And God damn it, if we didn't get some really cool practical effects from the get-go in this movie. The very first death that we get. And imagine being asleep and all of a sudden just drowning in your own blood because you're getting fucking death. Like, what the shit? Like, art is so fucking brutal. And that wasn't even the first death. That was the first death that we saw on screen.
That's right.
Because
the other one,
we don't even see the little boy getting hacked off screen. But you hear it, and it's very squelchy. This is a very, very squelchy movie. Yeah. John said it best yesterday on Gore More.
Very much is.
I do find it funny that you said that Vicky was the Emperor and Art the Clown is Darth Vader. I say that because if you go back to when he was just Anakin or when he just became Darth Vader, what did he do? He killed a bunch of fucking kids.
Yep.
What does Arthur Clown do in this movie? He kills a bunch of fucking kids. Holy fuck.
Yeah, that pretty much sets the tone that anybody can get killed in these films right off the bat. So
now they do leave it to your own imagination and your own interpretation whether or not he kills the little girl he finds in the cupboard.
Of course he did.
No, well, did he though? Did he though?
We
Because
don't
you
know.
got to think about it. Look at the two girls that stumbled out of the bar. He didn't fuck with them.
Wait, they didn't fuck with him either.
But
They
neither
just
did
walked
the little
right by
girl.
him.
The little girl didn't fuck with him either. She just went to go hide. So I'd
Saw
like to
everything.
think that she survived the massacre.
Is that really a good thing? She'll be in therapy for the rest of her
No,
life.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying I think she survived the massacre.
And after that, we pretty much pick up where we left off from the from Terrifier 2 in the asylum
5 years later.
5 years prior. And this time
Or
we actually
earlier.
get to see Jericho get fucking his head pulled
Brutally.
off, just ripped apart.
Brutally ripped apart. Like that
Yeah.
jaw rip was fucking gnarly.
That's because he was at the premiere too, Chris Jericho.
Nice. Well,
Wow, for
that
that-
leads me to
wow,
believe
that's
that we may get Rhea Ripley in Terrifier 4.
Oh, I really hope so, man. I really
Only
do. That would
because
be-
of her love of it and how vocal she is about it. And she's met David Howard Thornton. She's met Damian Leone. So I'm hoping that they give her a small role. Though I don't want her, to have this major part. But
No.
I think it would be awesome to see her in a small role get killed the way Jericho did, if not more violently.
Hey, she already said that's what she wants, so I say give
Yep.
it to her. Fuck,
Yep.
Why not?
Yeah, I'll give it to her. Hey, what are we talking about? In
You're
this
hopeless.
movie, apparently Sienna has been in and out of the asylum because she sees shit and the meds are not helping. Like, she is fucking nuts and she's trying to live a normal life and she can't because of all the shit she saw. The brother seemed like he was okay for her. Like, he was able to cope with it more, but then again, he didn't see as much as she did.
No, she fought him head on. He was just kind
Yeah.
of getting beat for a time. So
Yeah, and that was the point. That was the point that I made, is that Jonathan is trying to move on. He didn't get the PTSD like Sienna did.
No.
Because if you think about it, Art killed her. She died when she went into that tank of water and was reborn. So
Very true.
he, for all intents and purposes, killed her. And yes, she resurrected, but she's still dealing with the trauma that she, that was brought on by this intense battle that she had with Art the Clown.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite things about her performance, that she plays it so well, especially as she plays it off all the different characters. She does a real good job. I want to see more from this actress. I know she's done a lot of other films, but I don't think they're all like major roles. But I haven't really had a chance to look them up.
Yeah, I mean, she's had other roles and other things, but this is probably what she's most well known for. I want to say she was on, I don't remember if it was like CSI or some other shit, some show or something. I don't remember. But she definitely has some great acting chops. The scene at the table where she sees the dead friend.
Oh man, that was gruesome.
Yeah,
just the blood dripping off her chin the whole freaking time, like nonstop. Like, damn.
And then
that's hard
yelling
to
at
look.
her and she's trying to cope.
Ugh.
I'm like, dude, I would have fucking went off. And it didn't really help that the niece, the little girl, was a snoop.
Dude,
Girl,
Gabby got on my fucking nerves, dude. She got on my goddamn nerves so bad.
I mean, it paid off in the end after a while, but at the same time, it's like, if I told you not to look at something, don't fucking look at something. These are my private thoughts.
Here's the question I posed to the boys on Gore More yesterday. That whole scene where she's sitting at the table and she sees her friend, is that psychosis or is that supernatural?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Possibly a little bit of both,
I'd say
but
it's a little bit of both.
I don't think so. I think it's purely supernatural. Let me tell you why. For the simple fact that she says the words, "No amount of medication that you take is going to make me go away."
that's true. You're right about that.
So I honestly do not think that it was just a psychosis that she's going through. I think she's actually seeing the ghosts of the people.
She's been picked to be fucked with.
Yeah. Now, did you watch All Hallows Eve? Did you ever watch that?
And I don't remember if I. No, I did not.
Okay.
That was the short movie, right?
Yes. So there is a really cool in the Terrifier short. There is a cool nod at the beginning. If you've seen the Terrifier short, the main actress in the Terrifier short is actually the receptionist at the psych ward when Sienna is being let out.
That's true.
Just a little cool nod there.
Nice little tidbit there. I do have a question for you, Scuba, since you're a big horror fan. Would you say Sienna is one of the top 3 to 5 final girls of all time?
I would say yes. I would say she is, for me, she's right up there with Ripley.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I still have a little bit more love for Ripley, but I feel like Sienna has earned her spot in the top 3 final girls. She's probably my number 2. Ripley's my number 1, man. The shit that Ripley went through and, you know, taking out even fucking Alien 3. Ugh. But just from Alien to Aliens, still great story, great character development for this person that was just a scientist that became the heroine. And so it's kind of like this with Sienna is she was just a high school kid.
Yeah.
And becomes this almost divine hand
warrior.
of God.
Almost like a warrior.
Type. Yeah. You know, that is facing off against, you know, what is the ultimate evil in this universe. Now, is that ultimate evil art? I don't know. Is the ultimate evil Vicky or the pale girl? I would say, because the pale girl is actually what possesses Vicky. And whatever the pale girl is, it's kind of like how Pennywise prefers the Pennywise form as opposed to its real form of the Deadlights. It's kind of like that with the pale girl. The pale girl's really not the pale girl. It's something else that we have yet to see.
It's just the form she took at that point in time, pretty much.
I was going to say, pick a form that has a fucking face. Seriously. Just saying.
But that was just the earthly embodiment of you know, Vicky was possessed. That's all it was. She was possessed. And
well, she even said looking in the mirror, she's like, "You used to be so hot." Like,
actually, yeah, she was.
She was very hot.
If you want to get down to it, she was gorgeous. But
Samantha Scalfidi is very beautiful. But speaking of that scene, we jump ahead 5 years. And Art and Vicky have been in this kind of stasis for 5 years. And I would like to think that the reasoning for that is
they're waiting for her to get out.
They're waiting for her to get out. It's kind of a yin and yang situation going on right now. So as long as Sienna's locked away, they don't have a reason to go and fuck with anybody. Now, could they have realistically gone to that institution and fucked with her? Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course they could.
So why did they wait? We don't fucking know. It may never be explained why they waited, but
maybe they were tired. Who knows?
We get these 2 guys, exterminators or whatever the fuck they were, show up, and you know, I really like the little nod about how in this house as the murders took place, they buried him in the basement, blah blah blah, and he's like, I'm just fucking with you. But is that true? It could be. We don't know what Art was doing before Terrifier 1. You know, we don't know if that was his first time killing or what. So it could be true. I'd like to think that it was true. And he, you know, was like, no, I'm just fucking with you. Just to kind of ease him. But then we get 2 brutal deaths and probably one of the most shocking scenes
I have
ever seen in any fucking horror movie that I've ever watched. The glasturbation scene.
You know, I've heard of girls using glass to get themselves off, but this takes it too fucking far, dude.
Yeah, this
like,
was
oh my god.
Even Art was kind of like, what the fuck, dude? But yeah, that scene is still very hard to sit through. It is one that makes me squirm still. So bravo, Damien, for adding that into your script, because holy shit.
I would that prior to sitting down and watching it, I went out and got dinner. I went out and got some Schlotzkys because I was in the mood and it was on the way home.
Yummy.
Got the giant, big old fucking burger or big old sandwich. Put the movie on, forgetting what I was watching. I'm about halfway through my sandwich and that scene happens and I'm like,
she is going to town.
Like,
she is not being shy about it at all.
I literally grabbed the water bottle that I had and I chugged like half of it because I'm like, keep it down. do not make this mistake again because I've already thrown up once during one of these movies.
Was it part one or part two you threw up on?
Part two. It was part two, I think.
Your pussy.
Yeah, no, fuck you. I don't watch these movies. I'm watching these for content and because I want to broaden my horizon. Scuba's the one that's like on the gore more. Hey, I pick fucking gory ones, just
Yeah, and that's why we need to be friends because I love that.
I mean, I appreciate.
What are you talking
that. I was like, fuck, a heads up would have been great.
It's nice to know somebody else that has an appreciation for horror movies. You know what I mean? I don't know too many people that are that into it.
Yeah, no, dude, I fucking love horror, man. Horror is my life, and I just going back to this. It's just, we get the Christmas,
feel to it.
the Christmas feel to it, and it's just completely fucked. And whether you like Silent Night, Deadly Night, or fucking any other Christmas horror movie, this one just goes above and beyond.
There was that episode of Tales from the Crypt when the maniac.
Well, so that's actually what the opening sequence is based on.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, pretty much. That makes sense.
He actually there was two Christmas episodes of Tales from the Crypt that influenced the direction of Terrifier 3.
And that's because the opening of that particular episode from the 90s or late 80s, I forget what year it started, was inspired by the Amicus anthology movie, which actually had Joan Collins doing the exact same thing. That's where the inspiration originally came from. I saw that last year and I was like, oh, shit, that's where they got it from. Okay, that's badass.
So we see Sienna is trying to maintain, she wants to live a normal life, and even the uncle's like, we shouldn't let her out in public. She's not ready. And he's not wrong. She is just the fact that we find out that she does not like cereal, which we all know why. We were there. We saw it.
Art Krispies.
But the scene in the bar, freaking when he sees the two girls, they're walking out, he's walking in. You got a dude dressed as Santa, some drunken douchebag who was played by Clint Howard, who is Ron Howard's brother. And then you got the bartender, and they're all laughing. They're all fucked up. Oh, whatever. Ha, ha, ha. And then freaking Art ends up sitting on Santa's lap and taking a piss on him, which I thought was hilarious. Like,
dude, and then he just completely fucking... It's always a surprise when he pulls out a gun because you forget that Art does not give a fuck. He will still use firearms.
And he always goes for the jugular. That seems to be his favorite spot to hit people.
Yeah. So then we get this awesome fucking torture scene of this.
Francis man.
And at the end of it all, Art turns him into a fucking snowman. But you know what? I think Bobby or John said it on Gore and More. It was kind of his fault for telling him, oh, you need a beard to be Santa.
Yep. He took that a little too to heart. Putting the liquid nitrogen in the fucking extinguisher, oh my god, that was nuts. I mean, I felt sorry. I never thought I could feel so bad for Santa Claus, but yeah, I felt really bad for him. The fact that he's just smashing him every part of his body with a freaking hammer after he freezes it. It's like, you know what? Just kill him, please. Just kill him and get it over with.
And then just literally ripping his fucking face off, and then rips off the beard like it's nothing, and then puts it up.
At least Clint Howard went out quick. He went with a bullet to the head. He was done. It's like, you know what? At least he was the lucky one who went out like that.
Yeah, he was.
To be fair, the guy that was playing Santa was the one that was bitching the most. So he's the one that got tortured the most. So it kind of works. Jesus fucking Christ.
Well,
we said earlier, Jonathan is fairly normal. I mean, he's got his issues too. But his roommate in college has a girlfriend or whoever she is. I'm assuming it's his girlfriend.
Fuck buddy, whatever.
She's got like a true crime podcast, and she's trying to get people on, and she wants to get Jonathan on to tell his side of the story, and he's not. I think he just wants to move the fuck on. He's like, fuck this, I don't want to talk about it. But she's very persistent, and then we end up running into Jonathan and Sienna at the mall, and then the roommate with his girlfriend comes in, and
no, they weren't at the mall. They were
they were in a restaurant or something.
They were at the Jesus Christ, what is it called? Like not the cafeteria, but like the food court area of the college.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And she just over pushes her boundaries, and you should come do this podcast, and everybody would love to see. And then Sienna, who has been fairly calm and cool to this point, fucking snaps.
Let's face
let
it.
her have it.
Let's face it, man. That outburst had been brewing for a long time.
A minute. Yeah.
And Mia is just a little bit too.
Ugh.
Wow. Nice.
Dude, you need a job with dental benefits, seriously.
But, you know, Mia is just a little bit too obsessed with this whole thing, and she doesn't know any freaking tact. It's like, how are you going to sit there and try to get her to dig up her freaking past like that? I mean, come on, what is wrong with you? Even the boyfriend character was just like, oh my God, seriously, leave him alone.
And you know what? She for me is the cunt even more than Vicky in all of this, because we expect it from Vicky. Vicky's this evil entity anyways. So I feel like the girlfriend in this, she's the cunt in it, and she gets what she deserves, I think.
Oh yeah.
In the cunt.
You know, she says, oh, I want to look into his eyes, and Art obliges, you know. And for me, that's one of the funniest scenes in the movie, is when you hear her talking about him, and he's just kind of like,
I don't want to fuck him. Like, fuck you then, bitch.
Yeah. But you know, that for me is one of the funniest fucking scenes. That, and then when Art has Sienna tied down and he's smacking her in the back of the head. Because I believe that scene was improvised.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah. I think it was improvised. That David didn't even tell Lauren that he was going to smack her in the back of the head, and he just kept fucking doing it.
We see the scene in the dorms where she's writing him like, if you get me this interview, I'll make it worth your while. And then we see them in the shower and they're fucking. And I've watched enough horror movies to go, yeah, either one or both of these fuckers are gonna die.
Dude, he cuts her tits off.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You know the fucked part about that is I had to rewind it because I wasn't sure what I just fucking saw. I was like, rewind 20 seconds.
Uh-huh.
That's what I thought. Okay, cool.
And you know, as bad as she gets it,
he gets it
I
way
feel
worse.
he gets it way worse. And it's kind of mirrors what happened in Terrifier 1. Not exactly. But I'm going to keep going back to Gore more because we just talked about it. John said it best. You know, it's kind of a one for one, except one was a mechanical saw and the other was a handheld saw.
Oh, I don't know which is worse, but
They're
you know, I got
both pretty bad.
I'm sure they are, but I do have one thing to say about that.
Okay.
That you'll appreciate. Chainsaw to the dick.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this: when he ran the chainsaw between the crack of his ass, I mean, he already had a crack and it was already broken. To outdo that one, if he wasn't circumcised, he sure as fuck is now.
This is our host, folks.
And in case you didn't hear it,
I'm just saying she got it pretty fucked up too, but he literally hacked him in half. With a fucking chainsaw.
Cuts his fucking leg
From
off.
both sides.
Yeah, and I love how he grabs his leg and looks at his foot, smells it.
I literally, when that was over, I hit the pause button, and I walked right outside my door was a balcony, and I just stood there like, what the fuck did I just watch?
and you know what's funny is I didn't need to rewatch this for Gore and More. I didn't.
But you wanted to
rewatch
because you love it.
But I wanted to because I love it. But another thing is Mel was like, let's go take a nap. And I was like, okay, cool. So I put the movie on my phone and took a nap while the movie was on.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Don't watch these movies very often. Had a really hard time going to bed last night.
Pussy.
Whoa.
Like,
Did the movie give you sweet dreams there, Scuba?
Always does.
This is payback for the Star Wars special.
Yeah, it is.
what?
It is.
You could have said no, and I'd have been okay with it.
No, but you wanted to do it. You wanted to. So, you know, as the host, we're not going to sit there and be like, no. You wanted to watch it. You made us sit through that bullshit, so now you got to sit through our bullshit. And at least our bullshit was awesome.
Scuba's payback was like, I'm not doing Ernest Saves Christmas. That's where I draw the fucking line.
No, that wasn't the reason. I just didn't have time. I was busy as fuck.
I don't really remember. We go back to the main house. They're putting gifts on the tree. I think Sienna snuck back in or something. She was trying to be quiet. Unless I missed
Actually,
something.
you forgot about one thing that happened at the mall, at the Santa.
The ex-
Explosion killing all the kids.
Which I will still say that was not Art's fault.
What?
Explain.
Because Art was handing out toys.
Uh-huh.
Yes, he was handing out presents. But the presents he was handing out, none of them were hurting the kids. They were actual presents, right? Because we saw them ripping them open. That little boy got into Art's bag, took that present out, and proceeded to open that. Art did not hand that present out. Now, would he have? Probably. He probably would have handed that present out. But at that point in time, they were already getting Art off of Santa's throne. That explosion was not Art's fault. I will die on that hill. The little boy that opened that present, that was his fault for getting into Art's bag and opening up that fucking present.
That's why you don't go places you don't need to freaking be. That's why you don't do that.
Exactly.
This is why you don't snoop. Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
You sounded like Herbert the pervert.
Oh, why don't you come and sit on my lap and go get some sodas out the basement? I got some popsicles. You want some popsicles? And then that's when Sienna goes home and she's like trying to be super quiet. And this is pretty much when all hell breaks loose.
Literally.
Pretty much. But
Literally.
you know, at least she was smart enough to go back and find the sword and wrap it up. So it was there for the finale. Thank God for that.
That was that torture scene with her tied up was just fucking brutal. I felt bad for the aunt because she got it pretty bad.
Dude. And I don't, once again, back to Gore more. I don't remember if it was Bobby, John, or Chad that said she didn't need the rats in that tube. That was just kind of pointless at that point because she was already fucking dead. Like they jammed that, they fucking hammered that shit down her fucking throat. We see Uncle's fucking hung up on the wall. Get the reveal that Jonathan's dead, which I don't think it's Jonathan.
No, that's bullshit. It is not
because we never see him get caught. We know Vicky can fucking talk and mimic and shit, as can Art. So I don't think that is Jonathan. I think that they are fucking with her because they want her to give up.
Exactly.
They want her to feel like, I have nothing left to live for. I don't care anymore. And they were almost at that point.
Until
they're trying to get her to just give up. And the reason for that, we don't know yet. But in this, she gets the sword. She heals quickly. They had put that awesome fucking crown of thorns on her head too.
You know,
and I feel like they're just, it's blasphemy against God at this point,
really
which is what, demons or devils or whatever is supposed to do.
Yeah.
And so she cuts Vicky's head off. Vicky melts away. I don't think that's the end we'll see of whatever entity that is, because she just killed the physical form. Gabby goes to hell. Art gets away. Now here's my theory on that. Art is no longer demonic. Art no longer possesses all of the supernatural abilities that he had.
Interesting theory.
He is still an evil fuck, don't get me wrong. But he is now back to the Art the Clown we saw in the first Terrifier.
Yeah.
Okay.
We see him get on the bus. We get a really cool nod to All Hallows Eve and Damien Leone's first movie ever, which is The Ninth Circle. It's a little short film that was included in All Hallows Eve, except that this time we get it in the form of a book.
Nice touch, too.
And I thought about this last night, and it's a hypothesis that I've never thought of before. I've never heard anybody else say it. But in the Ninth Circle, it is a cult that is looking for a host for the Antichrist, to give birth to the Antichrist.
Oh, shit.
So
yep, that's true.
So in my mind, I thought yesterday, holy shit, what if that is what they're trying to do to Sienna? They are trying to get her to give up so that she can be the vessel to bring forth the Antichrist.
That would be interesting if that's what part 4 is about, man. That would be crazy.
Well, Damien's already said that in the first 15 minutes of Terrifier 4, we will get Art the Clown's origin story.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
all of that's going to be answered within the first 15 minutes. And then he said, if you thought 2 and 3 were crazy, part 4 is going to blow your mind.
As if our minds weren't already blown to begin with.
No,
Yes.
But that whole thing about them trying to make her think that her brother is dead, I'll take it a step further. On the skull that they use for that, did you notice there's a hole right in the forehead of the skull?
I did not pay attention to that. I was assuming it was the head of the guy that he chopped up.
I want to say it's the head of Clint Howard because it kind of matches his skull frame and his teeth. That might just be me reaching, but that's exactly what it looked like.
No, but you know what? That could be. That's fair. I need to go back and look because I've never paid attention if there was a bullet hole in there. So that's a really cool thing that you caught that I've never caught watching this movie as many times as I had.
My thing was when she was trying to get the niece up and she was using the sword, couldn't she have used something else? Seriously.
No,
think about it. You're in panic mode at this point. You're gonna stop and look around knowing that your cousin or whatever the fuck is about to go to hell, which she does regardless either way.
Yeah.
But I still feel that right there also is another ploy to get her to give up. How is she going to get to hell? Where is she going to go? Is the gate to hell the Terrifier ride? Maybe. We do know that that's where she had her rebirth, so maybe she's going back to the Terrifier. We don't know.
It's possible.
Maybe she has to eat a bowl of Art's flakes, the cereal. Eat a bowl of those.
I just, we'll get the first 15 minutes of Art's backstory, and then I feel like it'll pick up right where it left off. Sienna's going to go on the hunt. We're going to be introduced to some new characters. They're going to die brutally, and it's just going to be this crazy, epic, good versus evil story.
And when this comes out, what, the summertime?
It'll probably be October or September of next year.
I can pretty much guarantee it's going to debut at Fantastic Fest this next year. I guarantee it will. The last 2 films have debuted there, so I wouldn't be surprised. That's another reason why.
We're assuming next year, but there hasn't been a release date yet. So I don't even know
when I wrote it down.
I don't even know if they've started filming yet.
I know they already filmed it.
I don't know. No, he just finished the script not too long ago. In March or May, he was talking about it that he finished the script. So I don't even know that it's gone into production. But we're in for a hell of a ride. Now I do feel that Sienna will die in 4. And the only reason for that is in the letter that Jonathan wrote to her. He says, if it's basically yin and yang again, as long as you're alive, this evil will be around.
Yeah.
So Charlie's awake.
One cannot exist without the other. That's
exactly.
What it is.
Maybe she's the chosen one to bring balance to the Force.
Maybe we'll see.
I will say this. I feel so sorry for Sienna for all the shit she has to go through in this film. I mean, with all the trauma she's dealing with, and then that whole entire finale having to see her uncle dead, just with his intestines hanging out on the wall, and then having to watch his or her aunts, excuse me, I can't even talk today, be brutally murdered right in front of her. And I do like what her aunt says when she knows that she's pretty much done at that point. Kill them all.
See, and I think that'll be the difference between the Sienna we had at the beginning of this one and the Sienna that we get in part 4. She is going to be in full warrior mode. She has nothing. You took everything from me. Let's go, motherfuckers. She thinks Jonathan's dead. She thinks Gabby's gone. It's fucking balls to the wall. She has nothing left to lose. And so I feel that part 4 is going to even give her more fucking badassdom when it comes to being the final girl.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I cannot fucking wait.
I did find it kind of gross that Art was trying to choke her out with those intestines and she ends up biting them to get it.
You know what?
You got to do what you got to do. Fight or flight.
Yeah, at least she was smart enough to notice that it was something she could bite through.
Well, and we kind of glanced over it, but we do see a couple of scenes with Sienna as a child with her dad, Michael, when he drew this particular character, and we see some supernatural stuff going on. We don't know the full story behind, if the tumor was what made him nuts or if it was just his obsession with Art the Clown in general. We don't know. So
But he
I'm
definitely
hoping
caught a
part
glimpse
four-
of the future, no doubt about it.
I'm hoping in part 4 we get a little more explanation on that. And when part 4 comes out, it'll be the first horror movie I've seen in theaters in a very, very long time.
I'm
I'm
think
sorry.
that we get a glimpse of that demon making the armor. I think that's him.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what he looked at her
He
and
committed
acknowledged
suicide. He committed suicide. In Catholicism, what happens when you commit suicide? You go to hell.
Go to hell.
You're eternal suffering. So maybe he still has some kind of, himself still there, and so he is making the armor for her, legitly this time.
It's his last thing he does
Mhm.
before he goes to hell.
Yeah.
We talked about the budget earlier being going up from $250,000 to $2 million. Box office wise, domestically it made $54 million, which is a nice little turnaround. But it made $90 million worldwide, which again,
$1 million hairs for
Not
a
bad.
horror movie.
Not bad.
For a movie.
Now my favorite part is our Rotten Tomatoes / our scores of this movie. We'll go to you, Psycho. What do you think the tomato meter, which is the critics, what do you think their rating percentage wise of this movie was?
You know what? I'm just going to throw a random number just for the fuck of it. 74.
78, actually. You're not too far off.
Wow,
Yeah.
you weren't going to let me guess, Dickwad?
No, I'm going to give you the next one. The popcorn meter, the fans. What do you think that percentage was?
As much as I want to say, it's like in the 90s or higher, I feel like there were still a lot of people that bitched about it. I'm gonna say I can't see it low in the 70s or any below.
I can't either. I feel like it should be high.
I'm gonna say like 84, 85. Probably 85.
85. You got it. On the
Fucking
answer.
A. Fucking A.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, fucking A. But we don't care about that shit. We want to know what we thought about it. And keeping with the tradition of not just stars, this is not your normal fucking review show. Oh, what should we make this one?
How about bloody cookies? Because he ate the cookies in the beginning of the film.
That is
And
true.
and he was having a dandy fucking time doing it too.
And there was blood in the milk too. Yeah, you know what? Bloody cookies. We'll go with that. I'm going to start with Scuba. What
5.
do you rate this out of 5 bloody cookies?
For this podcast, a 5.
You give it a 5. All right. Just that's it. 5.
Yeah.
Done. Psycho.
100% 5.
Wow.
Go ahead. I already knew after rewatching it last night, or this morning, I should say, I already knew I was going to give it that score because this is one of the best horror movies I've ever seen, bar none. I mean, between the gore is top notch, the story is actually pretty damn good, better than it should be for a horror movie, for a slasher film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of
Especially
times,
a third one. It's
No
the third
shit.
installment.
no
Most
shit.
horror franchises by the third fucking movie fall off so goddamn hard. Looking at you, Scream 3.
We're getting a new one this next year too.
No,
So-
I know,
Yeah,
but and there's exceptions. Friday the 13th Part 3, better than 1 and 2. Dream Warriors, better than 1 and 2.
Love Dream Warriors.
But then you start looking at other franchises. Tremors 3.
Although
Scream
Halloween 3,
3,
Halloween 3 is
Halloween
one of the
3
best in the franchise.
Halloween 3 is in a category of its own.
Yes,
though,
it is. I will
because
agree.
it does not continue the story of the main, antagonist. So I would skip Halloween 3 and say, look at Halloween 4, Poop Town.
Not the worst of that trilogy, but
Not
still
the worst, but still not,
not-
to the
not
point
that
where it's
great.
like, yeah, let's go.
no, not so much.
Well, since both of y'all, and again, I go into this with the attitude that talking it up will help either raise or lower my particular score. But with that being said, I am also going to give it a 5.
Ooh, look at
Yeah.
you.
I give it a 5. Okay. And it's an overall score of 5. I don't need
It's
to
a
do
5.
math.
It's a 5.
Yeah, I saved you the time and trouble of doing the math. This by far was the goriest of the 3 so far. I'm hoping number 4 gets. It's pretty bad when a guy who's not into horror movies is asking for more gore. It's bad.
Come to the dark side. We have cookies.
Yeah, they're bloody cookies.
covered cookies.
They're bloody cookies. But yeah, am I going to watch this again? Probably next Christmas. It'll join the list of holiday movies.
You kidding me? I might watch it again tomorrow.
Just watch Christmas Story. No, fuck that. I'll watch a Terrifier 3. Let's put some real Christmas movies on. And then we're going to watch Gremlins.
Is it
that
true
one
they're making another one
in it too? So that makes it a Christmas movie.
Oh, it is definitely a Christmas movie.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
That will definitely conclude our review of Terrifier 3. And that will conclude our reviews for 2025 as we do this on September. Wow, I'm having a TJ moment at the last PLE. December 23rd of 2025. We'll be taking a little hiatus for a week and a half or so. Coming up in the new year, we'll be reviewing with a New Year's theme, Ghostbusters 2.
Who you gonna call, goddammit?
He-Man.
He-Man. He-Man.
All right. With that being said, Psycho Nerd, promote your shit.
All right. Well, you can feel free to find me on YouTube currently. I haven't branched out yet, but that will be happening soon. You can look me up at the Psycho Nerd Podcast, and you can also find my podcast on my YouTube channel, The Repeat Movie Viewer. I am also going to be taking a break from podcasting for the rest of the year after this week because it's been a lot of podcasting for the past 2 weeks. So,
Move this man!
Wow. They don't like you, apparently. Wow. I thought that was only on the Zodiac podcast, but I guess they transferred over here. All 7 of the viewers we have.
You snuck them in, you turd. You snuck them in. You know you did.
I never changed that one out. Lord Scuba Cobbler, promote your shit.
Well, I don't have shit going on except the Gore podcast. I am taking a break from Apex Championship Entertainment because my baby will be born here in a few weeks. So we will see if we make it through to January or not. I'm thinking we're not. Baby's not due till closer to the end of January, but I decided I'm going to take a break from everything except for Gore and More. That's still going to happen. Of course,
only because you're not
doing this. Of course, I'll keep doing this podcast as well. So you cannot find me anywhere but Facebook, TikTok. I think on TikTok I changed my name to Lord Scuba Cabra VO, which is voice over, since I'm a professional voice actor now.
I thought it'd be VA for voice asshole.
It's voiceover. It should be VOA, voiceover artist, but So yeah, so everybody have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Tune in for our review of one of the best sequels of any fucking movie ever, Ghostbusters 2. One of my favorites. I got my proton packs here hanging on the wall.
Nice.
So I am ready. But there you go.
Yeah,
just
he's
in
got
case.
2 of them, and I know he's giving up the paranormal activity stuff, but he definitely is up in the paranormal.
I will have my Tobin spirit guide on hand if anybody has any questions.
Nice.
I need that soundbite. No, I need to find it. I have it somewhere.
What is that? What?
One of Scuba's first. One of the.
What is that?
No, not that one.
What the fuck is that?
It's from one investigation that okay, man. So here's the thing. I'll say it here. I don't care. I used to ham it up on investigations for views. So I would get scared and overreact.
Okay.
And so I'm like, oh no, literally in that same voice.
That's funny.
I wasn't there, so I can't really have no opinion on it, but
yeah.
Just saying. And besides the Real Movie Critics podcast, which you can find on YouTube and Spotify, there's also a Facebook page you can find. We also have DJ Zodiac podcast, which is our WWE show. Myself and the Psycho Nerd are doing a classic pay-per-view review. We've already done 3 episodes so far for next year, 1 every month. They'll be coming out as the year progresses. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. But you know what? Forget all that. Down below in the description is my Linktree page. Everything you need to find both Zodiac Podcast and the Real Movie Critics is all down there, as well as the links to these 2 gentlemen's podcasts, including the Crypt of Cringe.
Which dude, It's not that we're taking a break from it. We cannot finish that fucking movie.
Which one was it again?
Howling fucking whatever.
7 or something?
Dude,
Yeah,
have her watch the holiday special and do that.
Dude, we couldn't fucking do it. We've tried and we just can't do it, dude. It's so
bad.
fucking bad. And I think that's gonna be the extent of our podcast. We tried watching it. This is as far as we got. This is what we're gonna tell you.
Is it available on streaming anywhere so I can try to check it out?
I believe it's on Tubi or Pluto.
You know what? Let me check.
It's called Bad Moon Rising. Howling Bad Moon Rising.
Oh, okay.
That's usually me when I'm
It's
waking up.
fucking horrible. Also, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you know anybody that would like to buy a life-size Art the Clown animatronic, I have one for sale, and it could be
I've
yours
seen
for
it.
the
It's
low
fucking-
price
it's
of
fucking nutty.
$200. Maybe.
Yeah.
We
If
can
I
work
had the
on a
money,
deal.
I would take it off your hands right now, but I do not.
Well, with that being said, for the Psycho Nerd and Lord Scuba Cobber, who is yawning, it's only going to get worse when the baby gets here.
Yeah.
I am DJ Zodiac. This has been the Real Movie Critics. And until next year, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year. And remember, folks, there's always time for one more binge. We'll see y'all next year.
Christmas, bloody Christmas, penis.
If you don't pass the rice, I'm not gonna leave. Please, pass the rice. Sienna. Hello, Sienna? You know, I'm dead because of you, okay? You led us to him, you and that little shithead brother of yours. And you killed me.